All right. Hello, everybody. I am excited to be here today again with another brilliant author. As you know, I come through with authors, men and women that are doing great things, getting their message out, making a difference in the world, writing their stories, sharing their testimonies, sharing their wisdom and their advices and their experiences so that they can be a blessing to other people as well, change other people's lives. As you know, we help people to write and publish their books through our company, opulentbooks.net. So if ever you feel you have a story of something you want to share and you want to get your story out, go to our website, opulentbooks.net. You can schedule a free consultation with me, and we can talk about your vision, talk about your story, and help you get your story out. So I'm so excited today because I have the incredible two-time author, Susan Hazel, also known as Platinum Queen Bee. You'll see on her books, that is her, I believe that's her a business name, I guess. I love it,
Yes, it
Platinum
is.
Queen Bee. Can you talk to us about that?
Platinum Queen Bee. I wanted a name for social media. And I didn't like this, the Queen Bee. So I needed to step up my game a little bit. So that's where I went to get from Platinum.
Platinum.
Yes.
You went platinum. Awesome. Congratulations on your latest book,
Thank
Peels
you.
and
Thank you.
Heels,
Thank you.
which is
Thank
now
you.
available on Amazon and other platforms. So you can literally go to Amazon right now, search for Peels and Heels. It's an amazing book, which is, my God, it's an encompassing book. It has many areas and many subjects that can be a really big help to many people. So congratulations again. And if you're watching us right now, type a big congratulations in the comments to our latest author. We are so proud of you and happy of what you did. So why did you write Peels and Heels?
Okay, one day I was just sitting and I was thinking that, when you go to the grocery store, you get everything in the grocery store. You don't want to go to a grocery store where you have to go and get things different places. So I decide I'm going to write a book where you could get into this book and it must be like a dictionary. You must be able to get everything in that book. You must not need to look for relationship one side, or how to train your children one side, or if you need to potty train a child. Anything that you were looking for, I tell myself, if I give you a little bit of tips, it will be in that book. It should be educational enough to fit in your lifestyle. That's why I call it Heels and Heels, and we say it as a household name because why? It's from the kids to the adults. We have from menopause, we have dealing with rape, we have dealing with trauma, we have dealing with before you say I do, and those type of things, because I just wanted to be compact. I didn't want you to have to go somewhere else. I'm not saying don't buy other books, but I wanted that when you get Peels and Heels, it's a peeling, it's your healing. So you have to have everything inside of the same book so you can peel and heal at the same time.
That's amazing. And exactly, it's Peels and Heels because in this book there's a subjects ranging from bedtime prayers for kids to digital wealth. I know, and we're going to talk a little bit about that as well in a moment because I know you do a lot online and things of that nature. Or content creation, all of those things. We're going to talk about that. You also talk about women in the Bible, men in the Bible, marriage tips. I'm just giving you guys all the things that healing from trauma. These are some of the subjects.
Yes.
Vacations, holidays,
Yes.
all of those things. Church hurt. There's something about church hurt.
Yes.
If you're here and you've been hurt by the church, there's there's everything. It's like you're saying. It's like a supermarket with everything in there,
Yes.
and a lot of additional resources as well, video links and things of that nature, which is absolutely amazing. So before we dig a little bit deeper into the book, I want us to know a little bit about author Susan Hazel. Who is author Susan Hazel? So people can get to know exactly. I know you wear so many hats, so let's hear you speak for yourself.
It's a little tricky. How do I describe myself? Because it's just like the book. I'm everything in the book, right? So
Yes.
coming from the Caribbean, growing up in a poor home, my father died when I was 9 years. And, we struggled to get by. Every day it was a fight just to eat. It was like eating to survive. And, I told myself at a certain age in life, I don't want to keep struggling. So the only comfort at the time, what I had was some books that they call Mills and Boom. And they had another type of book. So I read these books constantly every single day. I used to read a book a day. And for some reason, I tell myself, I want to become a writer when I get older. That's what I told myself. I want to start writing because I see where people could ease their pain from writing, from reading, right? So I tell myself, I have to understand this. So before I came to the US, I was writing at home, but I never knew I was going to be actually have myself in books. I just tell myself I'm going to find a way because I read these stories and I live in the stories because we didn't have electricity. So the only way what to do was to read, and then you relive the story all day. So when you read a Mills and Boom, you tell yourself, okay, I'm going to get married. I'm going to have this fairy tale life. Some ending good, some ending bad. And you're just constantly reading, reading, reading. I can remember how much Mills and Boom I read. I read any one that came out, the past and the present. And I tell myself, I have to make a book that people could relive their stories into. So this is how I came about Peels and Heels, which is like, as I say, I come back, it's like a supermarket. Because being hurt from before I get to America, they were always relationship hurt. They were even, your mother speak to you in a certain way where it was not acceptable. So I came from a background where as much as we tried to smile, there was so much pain underneath the smile. And now I'm a prophetess, I'm an author, I'm a mother, and I'm a wife. So I'm happy to be where I am today. I'm really happy, but it was a lot of struggle getting here. People see the finished product, they didn't know the story before the glory.
That's good.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing, and congratulations. You're
Thank
you're
you.
doing very well. You've done well. Looking at your,
Yes.
you know, having that dream ever since you were young,
Yes.
and that dream coming to life. You've now done two amazing books, and I know you've done
Yes.
other smaller PDFs
Yes.
and ebooks as well.
Yes.
But
I have.
two proper paperback books that are
Yeah.
out there
On
available for
Amazon.
people
Yes.
to go out. And it was a real honor and a blessing to work with you
Yes.
to get those things done. Now,
Yes.
let's just talk about, because your book has got a lot of things that we can talk about, but I want us to maybe, I want you to talk to me a little bit about, you mentioned about, yeah, your upbringing and how you made that decision in your mind that
Yes.
you wanted to change your life and work hard, create wealth,
Yes.
generational wealth for you and for the family. Can you
Yes.
just talk a little bit about that and some of the things that you are doing? And I know you also even have products and things like that. So
Yes.
absolutely, we can talk about that and how you're helping people to
Yes.
break
Yes.
poverty and walk into generational wealth.
Yes, because the digital now, the world has gone digital. If you look around, people don't want a book come to them from Amazon in 3 days, even though they send it 2 hours before you sleep and wake up. Your book is at your door. People are still complaining, so they want things quick. So at night, as I was at work at that time, and I saw a young lady. She's from Nigeria, and she was talking about this book, and she talked about digital, and she talked about the wealth, and she was talking, and I was like, what on earth is this? This is a new era. Like, I've been sleeping. And then she decided, okay, there was this course that came out, and I purchased the course. And I realized that people are selling the course for $500. And I was like, wow. People are just buying something and repeatedly selling, selling, selling. But it's all digital. And I tell myself, well, I have so many books laid on there, but I couldn't find the right publisher to help me. And then that's where Joe Benjamin came in. So I decided I'm going to make books that people could put on Amazon also, but also digital. So if you
Digital.
want it right away, it's fine. If you want it to get it in paperback, you must also have it, because I always believe one-stop shop, right? That when you come into my store, you must be able to get what you want. So if somebody decide to come online and say, okay, I need this book right now, I cannot wait, it sounds so good, it's fine. If you want to wait to get it in paperback, it's also there. Because I don't want you to move. I want you to get what you came for. And that's
Yes.
how it came about. And then we do a little area in the book about digital wealth, because this is what it is. Everything is digital. There is nothing, again, that people, as I say, is a microwave generation where everything has to be now. So digital wealth comes in, and you can sell online, and that's what I'm doing online. Plus I have also products that I do also for health. That's concerning with my brother, and he's also watching. So he will talk about that. Maybe for a minute he could always throw something in.
Oh, that's
Yes,
great. That's that's
yes.
that's
So
that's
we do
that's
products
brilliant.
also. We do health products. Yes.
Digit, I love digital wealth. You know, I
Yes.
love the internet. I love the way that we're able to um, harness the a global reach,
Yes.
you know, and get your message out and also, you know, create wealth and all of those things. One of the things that you talk about is in your book, Peels and Heels. And I want everybody to go to Amazon, grab your copy. This
Yes.
book will help you. But of course, you could also get it from Author Susan's Stan Store. If
Yes.
you connect on her Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, there will be links that will link you to her stand store where you can, you know, if you want it as a downloadable ebook, it's available there. Or if you
Yes.
want a paperback,
It
you can go to
also,
Amazon for
yes.
this. Talk about one of the things you talked about is an online store, like a stand
Yes.
store. Can you just because we want to learn a little bit as well while you're here, tell us something about that. What
Okay.
can we learn about that?
So the online store, which is Stan Store, they have beacons. They have a lot of different names. They have Gumrod Road, I think, or Gumrod or something like that. I'm too familiar with them. But Stan Store now, just a regular store where you, if you type in Stan Store, you get everything in there. It just pops up. And now when you say a store now, you will see different areas. You just fill it in. It's just a form you fill in. It's like if it's an email, you fill everything in, and then it takes you into a store where you upload your digital product, which is your PDF file. And automatically you put your price and you send buyers to your platform, and that's it. So most of the time you go to people social media, you will see Stan Store Beacon. It's an actual store, but they sell digital products. It's only digital products, which is like come through your email. So it's like you just get paper. That's it. And you could print it out if you have a printer at home, because most people in America have a printer at home. This is why they want it right away. This is whoever came up with this idea that people will, okay, you can get your book tonight in 5 seconds. As you pay, it comes into your email, you press print, you have your book in your hand. It's very, very easy. And a lot of businesses are using it because why? A lot of authors are using it. A lot of people who's writing is using it because it's the same reason. It's quick. You don't have to wait. As you pay, you purchase, you hit your email, that's it. It's there waiting for you.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
so good. And
It's a new
anybody can do
millennium.
this, you know. I know many people have the old traditional way of thinking,
Yes.
oh, I have to buy some products and then resell them. With with
Yes.
uh, with the internet now, with digital products,
Yes.
you could do service-based stuff like
Yes.
ebooks. You can create an ebook with like AI
Seconds.
tools,
Yes.
quick.
Yes.
And then, of course, you know, just get your stand store, put a
That's it.
price
Yes.
to it, and you get almost 100%
Yes.
profit from it
Yes.
because you
There's
are
no
not.
overhead.
That's
There's no
right.
overhead, which
It's
is
just
nice.
your wisdom that you're sharing into you know into the ebook or whatever.
Yes.
Another thing as well, I know you're quite active as well on social media.
Yes.
Why have you chosen social media as your way of reach? You know, and there's many people out there that think, oh, social. You know, I'm too shy to be on video. This and that. Can you just speak into that? And there might be somebody here that wants to do social, but they're a bit worried about what
I,
people say their family says.
Yes. Well, listen, this is a good thing with TikTok because why TikTok is moving so fast is because there's money on TikTok. You know, everybody have moved away from Facebook and Instagram and they're on TikTok now. Because on TikTok, they have something called faceless. So you don't have to actually show your face. You know, you could put a pickup because a lot of AI people are out there. There's this girl who made $1 million for selling one product, and I has the product here. I just took it off my store. That's the product I learned from. And she didn't show her face. She comes on live. She had an AI person sitting there, and she was just talking behind the scenes. So nobody never knew who she was, and she did not use her real name. So nobody had a clue who was this person until she made $1 million. People see who she was. It's like, wow, you was the person behind the scene all the time. So people were actually purchasing, they were actually buying, not seeing the face of the person. They just had a pic and they never saw the person. So this is what we call faceless content. A lot of people are getting involved because they are shy. They don't want to show their face because they don't want to talk. They could talk better off the camera. Not everybody is for camera because they don't like it, because they tell us that people are looking at them. But with faceless content, is where you don't show your face. So these are the reason for, even on Facebook you could get it done, but TikTok is where everything is happening. Social media is where everything is happening, and TikTok is the one that is leading the platform. It's leading the way for digital products and faceless content, because you don't need to show your face to sell a product. That was back in the days. Now people understand that I just need to know your product is good, it's been talked about, it's been rated, and it's the same thing. You go to stand stop because you don't have to have a physical person selling you the product. So the advantage of digital product is what rule the world now. So everybody should get involved in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely, because it's one way that, I mean, we connected through social media,
Yes,
you
it's
know.
because of
So
social media.
that's
We are
right.
sitting here
Social
saying,
media is amazing.
yes,
It allows you to be global, to touch people
yes,
that are across the other side of the world and
yes,
still serve them, which is absolutely amazing.
yes,
Now, another thing that you, I know, are passionate about, and I don't know if this is your background, but this was actually in your first book. You did
yes,
the first book was a baby nurse
yes,
book, and that's available on Amazon as well.
yes, it is.
Can you just talk to us about that? And I mean, do you still do coaching and things of that nature around that area?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because I was actually a baby nurse. We took care of newborn babies. It was 24 hours and it went to 12 hours, which was just midnight shift. So I created a book for new mothers, existing mothers, and because people don't really know how to take care of babies. You see people moving around, they are pregnant, and it's something in America. It might not happen in the Caribbean or maybe in Africa or in England, but in America, people are not, they don't have no clue. They will tell you they only hold a baby once in their how much years, and they might be 40 years, it can be 35. They will say, well, their friend had a baby and they only held the baby. They don't have a clue how to change the diaper. They don't have a clue how to feed the baby. They're totally clueless. So, in doing baby nursing, I realized every mother was to ask me, why don't you create a book? Why don't you write a book? Because they know I always like writing, because they will hear my story. And they were like, make a book, do a book. We will purchase the book because we want to know and we could share it with our friends. And this is how the baby nurse book came about, Essential Baby Nurse Tips, because people were asking for a book because they had no clue how to take care of the baby. So I'm out of the baby nursing field now. So what I do now is just the coaching, where people call me for jobs and I pass the job off to people and I just make a percentage because I want to be a full-time author.
Wow, that's good.
Yes, yes,
That is brilliant. And
yes.
that book again is available. You can get that on
Amazon
Amazon, and of course, I believe
and
you have
Stan
that on
Store.
your stand store as well.
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely amazing.
yes,
This is good, and I believe our readers are watchers, people that are watching us right now. They are learning quite a lot from you and your experience. What is the importance then, would you say, Author Susan, of somebody just taking control of their life and stepping out? And like you said, you've had this dream since you were a child, and of course, like anybody else, I'm sure you had loads of challenges. You grew up without your father. To get to the place that you are now, that you're a two-time author, and how important is it for people to go for their dreams despite against all odds?
it's very important. And sometimes we let fear or the spoken word of someone who's speaking into your life, but it's not positive. So we have to be careful of who speaks into our life, who is blessing us with words, and we have to build our own confidence so that we can do it. Because if there is books on the shelf, people maybe had us to overcome fear. So if you're suffering with fear, because fear keeps us back from a lot of stuff that we have to put there out there. But God has a purpose for us. So we have to be careful of fear. We have to have the right mindset, and we just have to step out boldly in confidence. And in the book, in Pills and Heal, we speaks about confidence because we know some people are lacking it. That does not mean that something is wrong with you. It's just that you need that boldness, you need that confidence to know that I can do it, I can achieve it because this is my dream and I need to bring my dream into reality. So don't let fear cripple you, don't let fear hold you back from stepping out, don't and just be bold about it. You get your pen, put it to pen and paper, and you're going to become the best that you can be because it's only you can be the best that you can be, not what someone said about you. Because sometimes you go to people with stories and you tell them what is your next mission, and they will tell you, well, don't do it, and you're not that brave. No, you just have to step out, pray about it, see God's face, and you're sure it's going to get a revelation. But keep the confidence. Don't get weary. And I believe fear holds us back from a lot of things we want to achieve in life because we put fear first. And that's a scary thing. So we just have to be bold about it and erase fear, because God didn't give us a spirit of fear, and just move forward.
That's right. If you're watching right now, type in the comments, I do not have a spirit of fear. Be
Yes.
bold, go out there, do what God has called you to do. Now, we're coming to a rounding up this interview, and thank you for, of course, taking time to come and speak to us. I want to ask you this: what has been your experience? I know we've worked together over these last two projects. What would you say your experience has been working with Opulent Books?
I would say it was a blessing. And if anybody sees in a publisher, I will seek him. Why? He has patience. It doesn't matter what wrong in the book, he will just set it over and say, no, don't worry, woman of God, we're going to fix it. Just tell me what you want. And we go back and forth like that. It doesn't matter how much time. And, it's just a peace and a reassurance to know that, okay, I'm getting this done. It doesn't matter about the length of time, because you don't want to work with somebody who, when you send them something and then they send it back to you, you realize that, oh, something is wrong. And then you cannot send it back because you have a fear that this person might be like, oh, but she just sent me. Didn't she not see that? I just did all of that. No, with him, what I like the most part of it, like, I laugh at myself sometimes. I be like, oh, this is so embarrassing. I just checked this book. I didn't see that. I think it's the peace. The company, they are peaceful people, and I like being around people who's at peace, because sometimes you have so much going on, and when you go to someone now, and because you made a mistake and not seeing something that was supposed to be corrected, and you come back and you ask them, they might not tell you, well, we did this already. But with him, the patience is, in this business, you have to have patience.
You
And I
do.
could tell you, you have 200% patience to do it. And the graphics are great. The design of the books, the layout of the book is excellent. It's very
Yeah.
excellent. I was searching for someone for many years, and when I found him, I was like, I'm staying here. Doesn't matter what craziness. Sometimes I send out something just to let us say, man of God, could you give me the quote on this? I have no money, I have no plans. I don't even know why, but it's just I need to know, and I know he's not going to be troubled. He's just going to send it back to me, and when I
That's
read it,
right.
that's going to deal with it. So when you're doing writing, the writer is already head is already bursting. You don't need a publisher now who is going to give you stress. That's how I look at
Yes.
it. You want a
You want
publisher who's
less
going to,
less
yes,
overwhelm.
yes, you want to take your work and just work with you. So I would say he's on a down low, but he's doing his work. So he's not wide up in there. You can be as loud as you want, it's fine. He's just at peace with himself. So it brings you a balance, because no matter how crazy you are and what you're thinking, it's nice to come to somebody who is your publisher, and you could just drop everything. Well, this doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem wrong. This, the blah, 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 blah. And he listens to you and he say, okay, woman of God, we're going to correct it. What page? And so he goes. And I think it's a pleasure. It makes me feel at peace that, yes, there's hope.
That's
So,
right.
I mean, it was a blessing. And
Thank
it will
you.
continue to be a blessing, because I'll continue to work with him.
Thank
I
you.
really enjoy working with the company. It's a great company.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it.
It was also a pleasure and an honor working with you. I love working with people like you, people that are visionaries, people that have got big dreams, people that are going out,
Thank
and
you.
I love your content as well. So it was really a good mix. And what I've also realized, just like you're saying, my job needs a lot of patience. It needs a
Yes.
lot of, I've heard lots of stories from other people
Yes.
that come from there's some people that go to other people and they come back and they tell me the stories. So I've heard the stories. So
Yes.
we've tried to just be accommodating.
Yes.
And one of my sayings, you'd have maybe heard me say this 100 times: we'll get it done. It doesn't matter
Yes.
what it takes. It doesn't
Yes.
matter how long it takes.
Yes.
When you come to me, we'll get it done.
Yes.
I know I just did an interview with another lady. It took 2 years. It took 2 years to get a book because she needed a break. She took time off. She was stressed out, all of these things. And she came back after a year, and I said, let's do it. I
Yes.
promised I'll get your book. And by the time it gets to that point, all the resources would have been spent already. But we say, if I promise that we're going to get your book out, we're going to get it done. So I
Yes.
think that's again speaks to the importance of getting help.
Yes.
Can you speak about that? The importance of people that need help on their journey of purpose and vision.
Yes, because what happens is that we all need help in some way or the other. And if you don't have the right person to go to for when you need that help on that journey with your purpose, it crushes you. And it crushes you so bad, and then you crash, because you don't have somebody know that even if you fall down, could pick you back up. So you need somebody that when you crash or when your journey is not finishing, it's not coming to an end, or you stand still, like over this lady, she still was able to come back, but you know who she's coming back to. So it was at ease, it was at peace, because she know fully well Joe is not going to shun her, he's just going to pick it back up.
That's right.
So whenever you feel your journey is like it's crashing, it's falling apart as an author, make sure you have the right publisher. So I'll always recommend him, because I
Thank
believe
you.
I could take time off and I could say, okay, I'm dealing with this, and he's just going to say, okay, no problem, woman of God, come back. So if your
Amen.
journey seems as though it's falling apart, you seem like you're not going where you're supposed to go, especially as an author, you have to look at the person that is pushing you, the person that is
Yeah.
helping to bring your dream alive. If that person is not at peace, if that person is not willing to work with you, to hear what you are saying, to understand what you are dealing with at trial at the time, then you will
Yes.
always end up in issues. So I mean, I know I choose the right author, and I said again, I will continue to do work with him. It
Thank you.
doesn't matter, as long as I live, he will be doing my books. You understand? Because I like the peace. Because on a journey, sometimes things happen. You didn't
You'll be
plan it.
stressed out sometimes.
Yeah, and you have to say, okay, I need to take a break now. If you're dealing with somebody different, or they'll be like, oh my goodness, what is this I'm hearing here?
Yeah.
Now they don't understand that I'm a human being. I could have a big, great, grand plan that
Yeah.
is not going to come true, because I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We can
Yeah.
see beyond, what we are seeing right now. So things do happen. It's part of life. But you have to have a publisher that is able to help you on your journey for your purpose, because in your purpose for God, we all need help in accomplishing and finishing that purpose. Someone to help us with it.
That's right.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and your journey with the people that are watching us live right now.
Yes.
I want to encourage everybody, please go to Amazon, grab Peels and Heels by Platinum Queen Bee. Amazing book, which has got everything that you need and more. For your, if you're a family person, if you're a business person, it's like a one-stop shop for everybody. Now, last question, and I'll let you go. Author Susan, what next? What can we look forward
Okay.
from you? Because I know you're always on the go. You're always cooking something. You
Yes.
you are thinking 10 steps ahead.
Yes. So we have the prosperity journal we want to bring out, and we have our actual prayer book that is actually now, it's just on digital. We want to get it in paperback. So that is what is we're looking to finish maybe before the year come to an end. I want to do those two books and maybe add a third one in there, because these I'm making them much smaller. I have a book that I want to release also that I have not sent to you yet, but it's already there. It's called different type of spirits, dealing with like animal spirits, because humans sometimes behave like animals. We have dog spirit, we have the wolf spirit, we have the snake spirit, we have the rejection spirit, we have different type of spirits. So this book is just based on different type of spirits. So it's very going to be very short, maybe like 50 pages, but I always say 50 pages and then tell them 600. So
And 50 means 500 pages.
yeah, so we are working on that. So we already have two that is done, and we want to get these different type of spirits. We want to get that out there too. So I believe we want to do a compact. So before the year done, we are looking at that. But the prayer journal is also on standstill.
That's good.
And we're probably going to do, after this, we probably will look into doing the digital, the prosperity,
Yeah.
we get it on the stand. So also while we wait for it in paperback, we will
Yeah.
have it up there. So we're looking at the animal spirits, different type of spirits with different type of like rejection spirit. We have poverty spirit. All these things are common in the lines of spirit.
That's
You
good.
know, so we are looking into that. So that's our next release. But there is so many. But these three is what we want to bring on before the year done.
That's good. That's so good.
Yes.
And it's it's amazing. Even journals. I'm looking forward to the journal because many people don't know journals, particularly when marketed well.
Yes.
And if you have a community that you can take through that journal, journals can be a very good way to make an impact, but also earn. Because it doesn't take too much to create one.
No.
Yes. It's not, you don't have to write too many things. You don't
No.
have to think and
It'll be
do
5
a lot of
pages.
things. Yes, that's right. So,
Yes.
we're looking forward to that. And I know it's going to be absolutely amazing. All right. Get your copy of Peels and Heels on Amazon or from Susan's Stan store. I know that book is going to really help you
Yes.
elevate from where you are. And until we see you again,
Yes.
stay connected. Any last words at all?
Um, Guys, I love you guys. I love you all with the love of God. Make sure you get your copy of Please and Please, grab it and thank me later. Have a blessed evening, everybody. Stay blessed, stay positive, and break the cycle of fear and just build confidence. Thank you so much for coming out and spending this time with us. We appreciate you guys and we love you all. Take care. Bye-bye for now.
That's great. Thank you so much. You heard it, guys. Thank you for coming. Make sure to connect with author Susan Hazel on IG, TikTok, or her Facebook. You can connect with her content, and then it will lead you to all her platforms and the things that she's doing out there. If you are looking to publish, write your book, you can get in touch with us. Book a free consultation with myself. Opulentbooks.net will be very happy to help you to get your book out. Congratulations again, author Susan. God bless you. And to everybody, we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.